Steve, police department, you got our reports. That letter from the code enforcement is some of the warnings. He's made contact with people and got send some of them certified mail because they're refusing to answer the doors for him.
Thank you.
And also, he was wanting to know about the follow-up if the tickets, if he writes a fine.
You're the target tonight, Rita.
Will they be
Okay.
followed up on?
I'll have to ask the clerk what we can do with them. I'll call and ask her, but I had a conversation with her before about it, and I told you what that result was, and I'll go call her again and tell her what Steve is saying, and ask her what, I'll tell her, we gotta know what we can do.
Okay. It's a halfway peaceful audience. Let me throw something out here that we ought to think about. There's a traffic court, an Odon traffic court. Particularly with code enforcement, we're doing the job, we've got it, etc. But if we set up a traffic court here in town, right now that money goes to the county, we never see it. First of all, getting it done. But if you had a traffic court where those particular offenders had to come in here on Wednesday before a judge, and in fact, I believe the ordinance now doesn't have to be a licensed attorney, or maybe it does, I don't know. But anyway, the thing is that I think it's something to think about. That's all I'm going to say.
So I need to move the time. Extend the city limits.
Are we certain that there is no faster way to enforce these property and cleanup ordinances than what we're doing? 10 days notice and certified mail.
That's what we've outlined in our ordinance. I mean,
That's what state law says.
yeah, and we did. We tried to comply with the state law. We just redid that ordinance just like within the last year and a half.
You agree with Steve, it's state law and you can't do any better than that.
Yeah, and I don't know of any other way. I mean, people have
Alright, guys.
due process rights to.
How do other towns do it?
I don't know. I can go look at some of their ordinances and see.
A guy at Jasper, he may or may not know, told me they don't wait 10 days.
Well, the ordinance company that does our ordinance book has all the ordinances they do, which for a great number of municipalities on their site. I can look those up, or if you want Beth to look them up, because it'll be cheaper. Given your comments tonight, you might want Beth to look those up.
Well, he's supposed to give me a copy of how they can do it and how it can be swifter than what we're doing. But anyway, if we're doing all we can, we'll change the
Tell me,
law.
when you're dealing with property, you have to give people due process rights. So I mean, you can't just go taking, these huge actions without giving people due process. So I think we're in compliance with that now, but if you want to pursue it, as long as it looks like it comports with the state statute, that's fine. But I'm not sure what that would be.
And since you're checking on that, in the ordinance, it says, the town may also seek an injunction to prevent further violations by filing an action for a violation 90.8 in the Davis County Court.
Right. Do you want me to give you a quote off my hip for how much I would charge to do an injunction?
Yeah.
And the hearing, it would be a lot. It would be more than the
That clears it up.
That would be more than your budget for this year. Really, I'm not kidding. That is a major piece of work, and the follow-up, it requires like hearings and notices that have to go out prior to the hearing, and specific notices that have to be they have to be told in person or through their counsel, then it has to go out by mail. It's really a very complicated process to do a declaratory injunction against somebody.
Yeah.
I don't have a state statute on it, but I know it's in the statute where you have to give them 10 days. And that was the legislators done that.
You know, I legislated.
Used to, but
Changed the law.
Elvis got beat.
Really?
So, who was you said you was talking to that you didn't get no reply?
I talked to Sherry Healy,
Okay.
and I was like, what? I was like, what do we have to do to file these tickets? And they didn't. I mean, she didn't know any way that we could do that. She thought they have to go through the prosecutor. Somebody called the prosecutor, and they're, oh, call Sherry. And I'm like, well, that's a big up to Sherry. Somebody call you. They don't know. So I'll go call Sherry again, and I'll ask Connie, who's over at the judge's office now, she moved from the clerk to the judge's office, and ask her if she remembers what they were doing before. You know, they should know, they are the clerk for the superior and
So
the
she
circuit
basically
court.
saying she don't know what to do with fines we get for ordinances.
Yeah, I was like, what do I do if we have a ticket that somebody hasn't paid for a violation of ordinance here in Odon? Do I bring it in there and file it? Do I have to go down and take it to the prosecutor and ask him to file it for us? That's what I was asking.
Well, I find it hard to believe we're the only town that gives fines and stuff that they're having trouble with getting. You know what I mean?
Well, probably not that many in their jurisdiction do it, really. I mean, I don't know if Montgomery writes a lot of code violations that they're taking. I mean, really, I don't know how many towns are actually doing that within Davis County. That may be part of the unfamiliarity with what to do with them.
So if she don't know what to do, and the prosecutor don't know what to do, why can't we make them be
Well,
paid here?
I guess, what I'll do is, if she says she doesn't know again, she doesn't know any process, I'll just take the damn thing in there and file it, and let the judge kick it back out. If the judge says, no, I can't do that, then
Why
he'll
not?
say, no, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, the judge is either gonna say, I'm not gonna hear this because this is not the way to go about it, or I can't hear it because it's Odon, or he'll set it for hearing. It's one or the other. I'll
Let's
just
say we try it.
Yeah.
put it, caption it as the, you know,
Well, we've got a code enforcement officer, and right now they don't go anywhere, we're
Well,
defeating the purpose.
They can pay them here, it's just what happens when they don't pay them.
Yes, sir.
right, and when you go to the county court, that's what I'm saying, you know, the way that's captioned in that case is usually the state of Indiana versus this person, just like a speeding ticket. Now, this is gonna be the town of Odon versus, and that's why I'm a little unclear, and I think they are too, about how that gets in front of the court,
Right.
the path, it's not clear.
This,
The city of Washington is in the Davies County, and they have ordinance violators. And the deputy prosecutor stated that he sets aside 1 day a month in circuit court to hear ordinance cases for the city of Washington. And they hammer the gavel down on every violator there is. Now, I would say maybe go talk to the mayor and how he got that to be taking place, but that's what they do.
But which deputy said that? Dave or Joe or
The guy with black hair,
Byron?
not the guy that's bald.
Don't say that word.
Dan?
The taller,
The thin,
yeah,
like 30-ish, 40,
Right.
35. Yeah,
Right.
that's the prosecutor now.
Oh,
I mean, if that's the way he's thinking is okay, then that's fine. I'll call Dan and ask him if that he
Dan
can do
Murray.
it that way.
Make it-
yeah, check that out.
But Sherry should have known that. I mean, they're the one
Right.
that all goes through her.
This has gone on too long, we need a full court press on it, I'll tell you that. We got ordinance officer out there writing
We'll figure it
tickets,
out.
and if they don't know where they go,
well, the other thing, if I may,
Real
is
quick,
that when there's an ordinance, you document it with a camera, so they can't take things and move them from one side to the other.
yes.
And document it as to where it is on the property and write it up that way. That way, if you're not there, you have a document to prove your point.
I think they're doing that right now.
Good idea though.
You see that trailer full of trash behind Webster's?
No, I haven't done nothing. I haven't done nothing in there.
Steve, you got anything else?
The only thing I've got that Chuck was asking, we don't really have a schedule of fines for the nuisance ordinance. It just says our discretion or up to $24.99, $2,499 or something like that. So would there be a possibility of getting, a starting point like $50, $75, and then graduate up to? He just wanted to know, because when he writes the ticket, there's a place for the fine, and he doesn't know what to put down for a fine. And he doesn't want it to be his discretion, he'd rather it be in black and white.
For the nuisances?
Well, why don't you put something together and propose it
Yeah.
for different
I like
That's
types?
what I was thinking.
And then, I mean, you have to
There's some
publish
of-
that, but
Some of the ordinances
That
have,
be published like in
they have to be published because it is a fine.
some of the ordinances say $100, then $250, and some of them say up to $2,500, and
Put
there's
it
no.
together, Steve, bring it aboard.
Yeah, then we can,
Well, it should be noted
there,
that he issued
hang on a minute.
15 warnings,
Right,
and written warnings 10. So he's getting some people notified, and that's good.
We did that on purpose, I think, because of leaving some flexibility when we did not make a specific schedule. So if you want it specified though, if because he's doing them with some frequency, that's,
Well, it makes it simpler for us
Right,
because we have put $500 fine on somebody.
Hey, Beth just brought, it's right here, it's in the orders.
right.
I don't know what he's for.
The town council has now established a daily fine to violators. And it quotes 9001 and 9007 to be $25 per day for the first week, $50 a day for the second week. And anyway, it's laid out there.
Where does it-
Yeah.
But it says it's just for those, the nuisances, the
You may have to,
9001.9007.
you may have to review some of the others still.
Well, the nuisance, I don't have the codified nuisance ordinance. We've never got it back.
Is that right?
I haven't gotten it.
Well, that's,
That's it there.
is that it? Cause that's 9001 through
No, this
9007.
isn't the nuisance ordinance.
So where is
Not
it?
the other one. This was the old one. The new one took the place of this one.
Right, Beth should have a sign.
Yeah.
When was that done?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys can work on this during the day.